Hi there and welcome to another episode from pascom. This week we've got a bit of a special one for you. I've got Neil with me again from Snom UK.
Hello.
And he's joined us to introduce a brand new product from Snom. What is it? What's coming?
So, yeah, brand new product. It's a model called the D735. So, going by our naming, that probably means it's somewhere in the middle. I know last time we were looking at the D785, so obviously somewhere higher up in the range. The range starts with D715, so...
Yeah, this one's a proper middle range phone, but it has...
Proper middle range indeed. I think the nice thing is that it probably owns that middle range for us.
Yeah.
It's a pure, just standard user device. There's no kind of special functionality around adding too many buttons or this or that. But we have done some innovative things with it, so I'll be keen to show you some of those as we open it up.
Let's take a look. Here we go. There is your box that I stole from Seabit last week.
Do we know that you stole it?
Probably not, no. But at least one of your guys does.
So I'll just say, look, interrupt sample. So it's this is a pre-release device. So any issues that do happen, don't blame Snom. Blame pascom. No, don't blame pascom.
We haven't tested the firmware completely yet, so we're going to see how it goes.
So, I mean, it is a standard box. I mean, to be fair, the box is going to be the same box.
It's going to be the same no matter what.
Pretty much. So, what have we got in the box? Because it's pre-release, we're only going to have device stuff in here. So we've got the phone, we've got the handset, we've got the cables. Chuck a box.
Come on.
So. There we go, let's get this one out. I'll just do a bit of littering in the part.
That one, maybe.
That's the important bit.
That'll do. Good.
Okay, right.
So what have we got in here?
So, standard pieces that you get from every Snom phone: kickstand, device, handset, cable. So let's start with the cable, because it lets us look at the back of the phone, which is... we need to zoom out a little bit, maybe.
Zoom out a little bit, so let's go.
Okay, so we have the back of the phone, as you can see, pretty much standard to all Snom phones, but it has obviously got the nice little wall mounting points for any wall mounting needs. That's all right.
Yeah, there we go.
I'll just give you a quick shot. Standard connectivity, so power, Ethernet is gigabit, so don't worry about that. We've got the PC daisy chain, the EHS port, EHS port, and the headset, and the one we're going to use right now, handset port. So let's plug that one in. Let's route the cable. I have put the cable in backwards, so I've got no cable to route. But there we go. I like to have a little bit of a bouncy bit out of the back. Yeah. And let's pop the kickstand on. Standard kickstand, so you can do the more upright position, or the slightly more flat position. Yeah. User preference is key. So let's add that handset on. And there we go. Look at that. Nice little phone.
Looks snazzy.
Even if I do say so myself.
It looks very snazzy.
Yeah?
Yeah. Should we plug it in as well?
I don't know. Do we like to see lights on the phone?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah? Okay, fine. Fine. Right. There we go. I should have plugged it in. There we go.
There we go. Good.
There we go.
Lights, camera, action. So
look at all those colours. Yeah. So actually, the nice thing about plugging it in does mean that we can see. There we go. Let's just get the cable out of the way. It does mean that we can see all the nice little colours. So we have got multicolour BLF keys. Which are pretty damn useful, even if I say so myself.
Yeah, they are.
So green, orange, and red. Orangey yellow. What is new to the kind of middle range for us is a colour screen. So I know that I can't see it too well there, and it is in grey. So the Snom logo is grey. But we'll see some colours hopefully come up. But yeah. New colour screen is 2.8 inch, so it's not the biggest screen that we've ever put in anything. That still sits for the D785, but it is a pretty appropriate size screen for this level of device. Now, even though it is a 2.8 inch, we have been fairly innovative, as I said a bit earlier, about making it virtually bigger,
Yeah.
And utilising the space a bit more cleverly, which we'll come on to in a moment, I'm sure. But yeah, James, what do you think?
Well, I quite like it. I really like that you've taken the design from the 785 with the keys here in the middle and the more modern look and everything else.
Yeah, I mean that's our new kind of standard look for the
stayed with the old.
Yeah, I mean,
feel of the older telephones.
I think there's nothing wrong at all with the design. There's a few dated aspects, such as that, the center button that we've replaced here, but the actual overall design was pretty much pretty good. And
tried and tested, and it worked.
Yeah, tried and tested. It was stable, and actually people liked it.
Yeah.
So we've really just adapted it. We've done similar to what we did with the 785. We've got the black background around the outside of the screen, just to help make it pop again. It focuses the eye a little bit better just on the screen as opposed to on the buttons and things like that. So we are booted up now.
Yeah,
and good device. I'll just move it over here because I think it's worth pointing out that mid-level devices, you've got a certain expectation of hard keys on there. So we've kind of met that with, we've got voicemail. Actually, that's too high. There we go. We've got voicemail. We have the voicemail indicator on the corner as well, just up there. Excuse me moving this around too much. Do not dial. So pretty important, I think.
Do not disturb, don't you mean?
Do not disturb, yeah.
Yeah.
Do not dial, indeed. If I push this button, it means I can't dial anyone, and bad things are going to happen.
Yeah.
So we thought that's a silly idea. So let's make it do not disturb instead.
That's a much better idea.
Much better. Means I can get on with my work and not be annoyed by James when he tries to phone me. So
I've got your mobile number.
Which forwards onto my desk phone. So.
Oh, okay. Well played, sir.
Ignore.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've got some other hard keys on here as well. So things like phone book, we've got the settings button, because actually there's nothing worse than just needing to do a quick change on something in the menu.
Of course, with the settings buttons and everything, with the pascom provisioning, you can customize those according to your requirements. So with the phone book, if you've got an LDAP directory service or whatever, you can customize it to access your LDAP. So.
Yeah. So when I say they're hard coded, they are completely configurable by both pascom or yourselves.
Yep.
To do what you want it to do, as opposed to maybe what we say it should do.
Yes,
so
exactly.
we could make it something crazy.
You could do, yeah.
So you could make it a do not call button.
You could do, yes. Oh, do not dial. Yes.
Yeah, do not dial.
Anyway, so moving on. What else is new with this phone?
What else is new with the phone? I mean, what else do you want to be new? It's a beautiful little colour screen.
Yeah. You've got the self-labelling keys up there.
Got self-labelling keys. If I just pop that one there, you can see that they pop up a little bit. Actually, if we change white balance, you can see they pop up a little bit.
And you've just seen something rather cool there.
Have we indeed?
Yeah.
So let's just move there a little bit.
What's this little thing?
So this is where I mentioned earlier about being a bit innovative. We want to cut the costs and make it more achievable for more users by having a smaller screen. That helps immensely to do that. But obviously with a smaller screen, you've got smaller real estate. So how do you make it more functional? So we've got the proximity sensor in there.
Yep.
And I'll just bring up the line keys there just so you can see them. But if I move it about there, that's right. But if I hover my hand up here, we'll just go a little bit lower. So the proximity sensor is picking up my hand and will display the full menu. So as your user goes towards the phone, they're going to start to go and push a button, the menu comes up, and they can just dive into whichever option is the right option for that time.
Yeah. So it's quite handy because, I mean, one thing I did notice when I was looking at the phone at CeBIT on the stand was obviously with the smaller screen, the line keys are, there's just not enough space. And then when you go in with the proximity sensor, you can just see everything you need to see.
Yeah, I mean, it's about kind of letting the organisation own their real estate, own the screen real estate, really. Do you want the user to have the menu up all the time? Maybe, but it's probably not the nicest thing for the user's desktop. What is probably nicer is information such as the time, maybe a nice picture, corporate imagery, whatever it is that you want to display on there, and have the usable information actually come up when the user wants to use the phone.
Yeah, exactly. Fair enough. Cool. Anything else worthy of note? USB ports or any other interconnections?
So obviously, I mean, I think it's always worth mentioning that pretty much on every device we do, we've got the USB port. It is in, oh, wrong side. It is on the side now as well.
Much more accessible, just like on the 785.
Yep, so you can pretty much do hot swapping of whatever USB devices you want to. Put it in, put it out, nice and easy without having to move the phone around too much. Yeah, so USB definitely there. Obviously we don't have Bluetooth on here, but I don't know if you've watched the D785 unboxing video, we mentioned about the Wi-Fi dongle. You know what, there's no reason why you can't also have that dongle on here. It's going to be compatible, it's going to work, and the same argument applies as we did for the D785. Why build it in when you can just add it in for the users who actually need it and not charge everyone for that function?
Yeah, and one last thing, I think you've done something rather cool that's going to work on all Snom phones that is great for resellers. Oh
yeah, definitely. I mean, I believe it's tomorrow. Yeah. So it's Wednesday today. Wednesday the...
You got the confirmation this morning. There's no believing about it. You got the confirmation this morning that the firmware will be tomorrow.
Okay. So the firmware, there's a new level of firmware coming out. It is, it's a nice one because for resellers it does mean that you're going to be able to just be able to put it into demo mode. And demo mode is quite a fun one because it's basically a way for lights to flash and colours to be on the screen. And the functionality, not necessarily to be just straight and working to demo, but for the device to actually look good for demonstration purposes. So, do you want to see that?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Good stuff.
So zoom out again so we can see it. It's a bit too far. There we go.
So what we'll do, we'll pop into information, and you can see here.
Oh, you're not going to be able to read it.
You're not going to be able to read it, okay.
Yeah.
So we'll pop into demo mode, and all of a sudden, lights, colours, no sound, but...
No, but still, when it's you know, sitting on a display or on an exhibition stand or wherever it could be, on a customer site doing a demo, this is theoretically what it could look like.
Yep. Yeah. And we can push buttons, so it can still be interacted with. You can see here I'm just scrolling through some different background pictures. So these are just preloaded on there. So actually, you know what, I quite like the snowy one because it's quite warm outside. Yep. So the snow makes me happy.
Fair enough.
And
that will be available on all the Snom phones, yeah?
Yeah, it will be, yeah. So it's a standard feature, just through the settings and an information menu. And you can see here we've got options and views of various things. So conference, voicemail, we can push a button.
Is that conference, the smart conference, is on the same on the 785?
I believe so.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Okay.
Cool. And when's it going to come out? That's the main question.
So I can give you a world exclusive. It will be out to be determined.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. But it's not going to be too far away now because.
No, it's pretty soon. I believe it's just we should know in the next few days or weeks a date.
Because the prototype's been around for a while. I saw it at your UK partner day in Manchester. I saw it at our partner day.
April, I think, wasn't it?
In April.
Yeah.
So
we've had the working prototype for a while. I think it was making sure that all the software is good, the proximity sensor is working exactly as we want it to. You know, it's a new bit of technology, so you know, there's always those little glitches that we just want to make sure are ironed out as much as possible before it hits the market. So yeah, it looks good to go now. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, and all that remains to be done from our side is once you have the finished product that's released for resellers, we will obviously do our interop testing and make sure that everything works as it should do from our side, and then ready to go.
Good stuff.
Cool. All right, well, that's pretty much it for the D735. Yeah, any questions, let us know in the comments down below or get in contact with us directly. And yeah, thanks very much for watching. Until then, bye.
Thank you.